to the Radiant Thoughts podcast. It's your girl Tori J.
And it's your boy KP.
And we are back with another video for y'all this week. How you feeling?
I feel good. I feel ecstatic.
Aesthetic?
It's ecstatic.
Oh,
like
okay.
Not like
aesthetics.
I'm like, what? Like aesthetic.
Okay.
See, you got me saying aesthetic now.
Sorry.
I'm energized.
Ecstatic.
I feel good. Yeah, there you go.
Ecstatic.
Ecstatic. I don't know how to word it. How you feeling today?
Feel good. I'm cold, so that's why I have my blanket today, but
it ain't even cold in the house.
It's a little chilly.
But yeah, I feel good though. We hit the gym this morning. We got up early. Hit the gym. We've been trying to do this for a long time.
So we started the 75-day hard, medium, soft, whatever. I'm not calling it either. I'm just gonna say like the 75 days of discipline. I think that's been like my take on it, I guess. Yeah. So how's it been going for you? This is day 5, 6.
6.
We started on Wednesday.
This Wednesday?
Wednesday was the first.
Today, 10th. So we 10 days in.
10 days in. What am I talking about?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like,
you agreed with me. But 10 days in, okay.
10 days in. I think we've been going good for 10 days. What do we got? We'll read every day.
20 minutes minimum.
20 minutes minimum a day. We work out 4 days out of the... Is it 4 out of the 7?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 4 out of the 7 days. Conscious about what we're eating every single day. And I don't remember what the last one was. What's the last one?
I think that was really it.
I feel like we had another one.
Oh, no, we did like the downtime on our apps.
There you go.
And like, so screen time, we looked at our screen time and it was just kind of high. Personally for me, mine was like 8 hours. I don't think I was on it for 8 hours, but.
I drive, so mine don't be that high anyways, but.
We did our phones, like the downtime thing, and it turns off at 11 p.m. So we can't get on like any social media from 11 p.m. to 10 a.m.
Yeah. And then, we only got like an hour.
An hour for each platform throughout the whole day.
You know, so
it's been hard.
Yeah, really divvies up, your day.
You just gotta keep yourself busy. I feel like that's the only thing that's kept me from like, because when I be sitting there not really doing anything, that's when I be picking up my phone.
Yeah, it's easy to do it. It's definitely easy to do.
Like after we went to the gym today, we got done at what, like 9? I instantly like picked up my phone and was like, "Ooh, I can get on social media," and I still have like a whole nother hour.
Like, couldn't even get on it.
Yeah.
But I think it helps because we're not just always in our phone. Constantly just,
Yeah.
if you wake up,
I be missing everything.
Yeah. You wake up and the first thing you do is get on. That's has been what I've done for a while. So wake up, grab my phone, look what happened on Facebook last night while I was asleep, and that ain't healthy for you. So I think we're just kind of like giving ourselves a standard for our journey for the rest of our time doing this challenge. Hopefully carries on after constantly building a habit of doing it. So hopefully that is what becomes the norm for us. So
like, speaking of standards, I wanted to talk about that today because I feel like most of the time when people think about standards or setting standards for themselves, it's often in the terms of dating.
Like relationship standards.
Yes. And standards don't have to just be that. I feel like we don't ever think about it in the other aspects of our lives.
Right.
So
just like standards for ourselves.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah. I think, like you said, it's normally like, oh, these are my standards that I want whoever man or woman I got to check off this box, this box, this box, and if they don't, they're out of here. But like, we don't hold ourselves to those same we don't set standards for ourselves
in every other aspect.
Yeah, and hold ourselves to certain things, and like we start to fall under what we want.
How you gonna hold somebody else accountable when you can't hold yourself?
You gotta be able to hold yourself accountable. If you can hold everybody else, I feel like it's hypocritical. If you can hold everybody else,
but we don't think of it like that.
Yeah, you hold everybody else outside of you accountable for the things that they do and to a certain standard, to a certain level, and you don't hold yourself to it. It's almost like,
what's the point? Yeah,
you can't put that on everybody else if you're not putting it on yourself. So I think standards are important. So like, but just to like backtrack though, like you kind of got to know what are your standards to even like to even come up with like what standards to put on yourself. So me personally, like with the challenge that we're doing, I feel like those are standards that we're holding ourselves to, and making sure we meet and exceed it, you know, and keeping ourselves above a certain level. And I feel like that is us knowing what our standards are for certain things outside of like what standards we have for each other and stuff. So what would you say some standards that you have like personally that you besides like the challenge that we're doing that you hold yourself to?
I mean, it's been almost a year now since we've been eating dairy. Just about. I mean, like we've eaten it more recently, like this since the new year has started. We started to kind of like not be as strict on it, but we're still. I feel like we're still doing a good job maintaining that. Like, I wouldn't go and just eat like a whole pizza or like you know.
And that's killing me. I ain't had a pizza, and then she kind of doesn't do, but I completely like cut out pork.
Yeah.
And it kills me. Like when them crazy puffs came and I couldn't get the one with the pepperoni on it, I had to get the all cheese one. I was like, oh,
that's
I can't get no pepperoni.
Letting your standards go for that, because that is against the cheese rule.
No, but I only had it once.
Well, okay.
See? So yeah. But yeah, for me, one of my, like, I just said no pork, but one of my standards has been, like, I cut out a lot of the music that I used to listen to. Like, a lot of the music that just didn't have no real, like, meaning of anything. And that's, like, a standard I've been holding myself to. Just try to watch the energy that I allow to flow within my brain. Because you start to pick up on certain things, and, like, certain things stick, certain things don't. But I realized that if I keep my standard high, then when something that's not up to my standard comes in, it just you know automatically just goes. And like I haven't had the desire to listen to a lot of the music that I once did listen to. So and I kind of I kind of appreciate that. It shows growth.
Yeah.
It shows growth for sure.
I feel like one of mine is just going to the gym, because I always I'll go for a minute and then I'll just stop. And I'm like, oh, I wish I was there. Like, I really want to, like, since we're trying to do this challenge, I really want to, like, try to get some.
We are doing it.
We are doing this challenge. So I want to get some type of rhythm going and, like, actually take this time to, like, really learn in the gym.
Right.
Like, since during the challenge, so then once the challenge is over, it can, like, be a lifestyle. I be trying, y'all. I have really tried, like, the past 2 years to be, like, a gym rat.
You had it for a while. You had
it was, like,
for a
4 months.
I
was going straight for it, and then I just stopped.
You were going strong. Yeah, I don't know why you stopped. And that's the thing. We let, with our standards, once we start to miss on certain things, we start to lower it. We start to lower our standard. Okay, well, I can just do this. Like, no, we got to maintain it. It's a video that I watched from Eric Thomas. Everybody know E.T., motivational speaker. He has a video called, I used to, like, last year, I was in the zone. I used to watch the video every morning. I woke up with, like, the first thing I listened to when I started driving was he had one called Discipline, and he had one called Set the Standard. And so he has a line where he says, set the standard, then raise the standard, then uphold the standard every single day. And so how I look at that is, once you say something that you want, like, set it there, but don't get stuck there. Like for yourself personally. Like, so if I want to say, if I say, like, okay, and during this moment, like this, I was doing like 2-a-day workouts on the truck. I do 100 push-ups at morning, 100 push-ups at night. But it started off just 100 push-ups for the day. And so that was me setting the standard. And then it rose to, you know what? I can push myself. I'm going to do 200. And I did 200 push-ups every single day. So that's me raising the standard. And for like the whole summer into when it got cold again, I did 200 push-ups every single day, like while I was on the truck. Like, and that's me upholding that standard. So I feel like y'all should take and adopt that, or just go listen to that video. It's called Set the Standard by Eric Thomas. Definitely a great video to listen to.
Yeah.
It kept me going. I just started back listening to it as well, like maybe a couple weeks ago. So one of my favorite videos tune into every day or every so often. Give me the motivation to keep going.
Yeah, and I feel like setting standards in different areas of your life doesn't have to be like this big complex thing. Like it can literally be something simple. Like
absolutely,
I'm not gonna eat pork. I'm not gonna drink pop. Like
simple.
Standard goal, you know, like it's kind of interchangeable in those aspects, but like definitely like try to think of the stuff that you like. I know everybody has that perfect life or like that goal that they have, like whether you take the steps for it or not, everybody has some type of goal in their mind.
Absolutely.
So I think just actually making those reality by saying like, you know, okay, if I want this, I need to do this. If I, you know, like actually just start setting those little stepping stones in place.
Yeah, it's kind of, like you said, it's kind of, those and goals kind of coincide. Depending on what it is. Like, but for a standard, that's something that you're going to continue forever. Goal is something you're going to reach, and then you're going to set new goals. But like a standard of living is something that you want to reach, maintain, and continue for forever. Yeah. So like standards.
I feel like a standard is what you need to reach your goal.
Absolutely. Yeah, because that's what it's going to take to get. Because whatever you know, when you lay out your life and you come up with these goals that you want to reach, you have to have some order of discipline, which also could be referred to as a standard of living to reach these goals. So if you don't have that standard of living that your goals require, you won't meet them. And so like the same with our goals that we had, we kind of, we're on track now, I feel like, but like getting back to, all right, there's a certain standard that I have to be, you know, living up to even reach this. It's a certain standard I got to do to get this car I want. It's a certain standard, like it's just a certain life that you have to live, certain things that you got to abide by to be able to achieve whatever those standards are, or you know, whatever those goals are that you're trying to reach. So standards are definitely important in life. So whatever standard you set for yourself, you have to make sure like whatever you're doing on a day-to-day basis is aligned with that, though, whatever that standard is. So you can't say like, all right, I need to be 180 pounds. And your lifestyle on a day-to-day is eating a bunch of junk food and you know, garbage food that don't really align.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think if you were to really take it seriously and like are aiming for that specific standard or goal that you have, I think like if you were to make a list every day, or just think about like how your day has went, and you know, like reflect on everything that you've done in that day. Yeah. Think about everything that you've done and if that's actually aligning with what your standard is, and if not, you need to change it for the next day.
Absolutely. So it's kind of like when we talk about the life that we want to live, if our everyday actions, our everyday habits aren't giving us that life, then we need to change something. And so same thing with standards. So if things that we're like, the little actions that we're taking every day, make note of that stuff, like really realize, be conscious in the moment of, okay, this, if I say I want this over here and I know this ain't aligned with that, I gotta let it go. And that's where discipline comes into play as well. So you have to really, really, really be conscious of the things that intentionality is the main thing. I think you have to be intentional with everything you do. I feel like that personally, like everything is intentional. Everything that you do, if this is what you want, I got to be intentional about going to get it. I can't just be like, maybe it's going to come. Maybe it's going to get here. Yeah. But if I set standards to give me a structure to like, okay, I know what to do. And it's very, very intentional. And, you know, you meet that standard. Yeah. And you can, you know, blow past that standard as well. So it's a multitude of things, I think, that plays into it. So, but my main point, though, is to maintain the standards that we set for ourselves. Whatever standard you set for your life, whatever you know want to do in life, whatever life you're trying to live, is key that you have a standard for yourself, whether that be standards you place on other people, standards you place on yourself, anything, standard of living that you want for your job, your home, you know, all that stuff. It all is a standard that you know helps or influences your life. So it's important that, you know, we meet those standards and we uphold them every day. Yeah.
So if you are trying to hold those standards upon other people in your life, make sure that you're able to hold them for yourself as well.
Absolutely, you know. So that being said, man, this has been another episode of the Radiant Thoughts Podcast with your two favorite hosts back on the couch with y'all. So I appreciate it if y'all like this, comment, subscribe, share it out to everybody that you know, that's trying to build their life, you know. So,
and share one standard that you're gonna maintain this year.
Drop it in the comments, drop it on the post, wherever we got this at. Put it out there. One standard you gonna set, raise, and uphold for the rest of the year from here on out. So set the standard for your life, baby. So, but this is your boy KP.
It's your girl Tori J.
And we out.